Happens. I guess we're live. Hey, everyone, Dr. Kennard here. First upvote, thank you, bigzebra.com. And of course, with me is Mr. Tobin Templeman. How you doing, Tobin?
Not bad, not bad. Yeah, those stories that you had picked on are really thought-provoking. And like on Brain Bugs channel, Bree was talking about how like the elephants are having a hard time at getting water because people have been going after their tusk.
Yes.
They're breeding out their tusk so they don't have those to dig for the water.
I saw that story that there is a we're seeing artificial selection right now in real time with elephants. Is the fact that elephants that don't have tusks for whatever reason are reproducing, and their young are surviving, while those with tusks are dying because of poaching. I mean, how dark is that, right? What's up, Mr. Dom Foolery 510?
Grant.
Hey. Oh yeah, we have room for heretics, church. If you want to come in, Jimmy, go ahead. You know the drill. You know, we know you. You can come on. You can do whatever, or not. So yeah. So I came up with yeah. So much to say. Because I want to start talking about the joke for tomorrow, but I have to make the meme up, and I don't want to start talking about the joke that I made until I actually have the meme ready for tomorrow. So I'm going to shut up about that at least.
But yeah, I mean, with it heating up, and you're talking about like jihadism, like spreading, like more right wing.
Yeah,
I mean, with like I could see how heating up, and you're talking about like jihadism, like spreading, like more, like the heat. It makes people more angry. You will jump to getting frustrated. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? Like the heat. It makes
I can hear my echo. You got a sound issue going on.
Hey, what's up, Jimmy?
Is it me?
Yeah, it's you.
There we go. Sorry.
Sure. No worries.
Sorry, guys. You know me, the whole big dumb. Just leaving too many tabs on. Fucking idiot, Jimmy.
The thing is with global climate change is that it's going to make people more miserable because there'll be more floods, more extreme weather events. And as we've seen, it's going to put more stress on already weak nation states. And we know that religion flourishes in weak nation states.
Can I add something to that?
Yeah, go ahead,
I was actually literally talking about this yesterday, and I'm cringing at the fact of when your country invades ours. Because there's going to come a time, it's going to get too goddamn hot down there. You're going to run out of water, and water's going to be more valuable than fucking oil. And we got lots.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah, I give it another 25 years, and you guys will be coming up with an excuse to fucking come take our land.
Yeah.
You know,
you guys are the Saudi Arabia of fresh water.
Yeah, exactly. Eh? Fuck. Oh God. And they got to go somewhere. They left Afghanistan, so you got to go somewhere. You got to go fucking occupy somewhere else. So
yeah,
Tobin, I'm so fucking glad to see you, buddy. You have been on my mind. I know I come in here and I always steamroll your fucking conversations, Andy, and I'm sorry, Mr. Kennard, but I've been meaning to talk to Tobin, and you know how things have been, Andy.
Oh yeah, brother. I know.
So glad to see you, buddy. And are you free today, Tobin? Can we chat?
Yeah, I can make some time to interact for sure.
Yay. So this is why I'm home today, because I don't know if everyone knows, but I've been on like a really strict diet since July, lost about 43 pounds. This weekend, I fucking just I don't know what the fuck was. I just maybe too many gummies I ate, but I was like just, and last night just fucking 5 pounds came out of my mouth. I swear, not good.
Well, I think 5 pounds came out of my ass actually.
Oh God, never eat gummies. They fuck. Oh my God, I'm touching a goddamn gummy again.
So when you talk about gummies, you're talking about the THC laced gummies, sir. I imagine.
Is there any other kind of gummies?
Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
aware of any other kind of I'm sorry. We got so spoiled here in Canada with fucking weed being legal now. It's just like, oh my God.
Yeah. I've gotten more fucked up with edibles than I ever did off of just puffing.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They shouldn't be making it. It's just too deadly. And they taste too good too. That's the
They do
problem.
taste
They taste
too
too good. It's a snack that makes you want to keep snacking. So
Yeah. What's up, Sammy? 420.
Sammy.
yay. We're all in here.
Yeah,
Yes, we
I'm
are.
so jealous.
Who's
Fuck
jealous?
my country. I'm jealous.
Oh, you're in England?
You and your legal weed.
Oh, Australia. Sammy's in
Oh, Australia. Oh shit. Yeah,
When
I
is that
know.
going to happen for you, 420? When is the legalization going to happen?
When we get rid of our fascist government.
You gotta get a liberal government in. You know what? For all they want to say about Justin Trudeau, the guy is a goddamn saint for making weed legal. The guy is a goddamn saint. He will always be okay in my books. And he's done a lot of shitty things. He's done a lot of shitty things, but he's still okay in my book. So yes,
It's
get rid of
definitely
fucking
a-
conservatives, man. They're goddamn useless. Fucking just want to drag us back to the Stone Ages. What the hell is wrong with them? Honestly.
So Dave believes that the U.S. will just coerce Canada. I don't want to put words into your mouth.
Has he heard of the United States? Has he heard of them? Has he not heard of the fucking endless wars since like God knows who long? I'm 45 fucking years old and the States never stops fucking bombing people. All my goddamn life. I'm not crossing my fingers. Sorry.
I wouldn't be
States want
surprised
what they want and they'll take it.
I don't think it'll, and I'm saying this in jest, but I could see us like fracking your water and stealing it all.
Yeah, like a milkshake. Kind of fuck up our
just destroy all your aquifers.
yeah. You're gonna tap it right from fucking Niagara Falls. I could just see it. You're gonna have a big fucking straw. You're gonna have fucking Donald Trump out there. You'll tell him it's Diet Coke and he'll be there just fucking drinking it all up.
Hey, we've already kind of got it set up like that. I mean, we got the Keystone pipeline, correct? I mean, that's
ID.
sucking off some stuff from Canada already.
I like where you're going with this, Tobin, because in theory, once we're done with oil, which will happen at some point, or we don't need as much oil, we'll just like switch it over to water.
Yeah.
Without cleaning the pipes either, mind you, because this is America.
The old Flint treatment, eh?
Just be Flint.
Yeah, just
Special
everything may be
punch.
Flint.
Special crunchy water for everybody.
Oh God. Oh yeah, that pipeline. Our fucking conservatives out west. Oh my God, they want to separate from Canada because the fucking pipeline didn't go through. And oh my God, they are just so fucking scratching for oil money. Those goddamn fucking babies out west. Oh my God, I lost family. I have family that won't talk to me anymore because I fucking made an Alberta joke.
Really, huh?
Yeah.
What was the joke? I'm now I'm intrigued about this joke.
Well, when Justin Trudeau, not this last election, and our election was really fucky this time. It was only 2 years, and then he called another fucking election. Anyways, it's not like years. It's like 4 years. That's it. This is what happened. In our government, if they want to fucking call it early, they can call it early. So Justin was only in for 2 years. So the previous election, he got elected, and everyone was just all the conservatives were crossing their fingers for fucking I can't even remember his goddamn name anymore. He was a failed fucking insurance broker. He was useless as a leader for the conservatives. It just escapes me right now. But anyways, all the conservatives were losing their goddamn mind because the liberals won again, and they were like ready to separate. So 20 years ago, we had the fucking Quebec trying to separate from Canada. Now we got fucking Alberta and Manitoba want to fucking separate. You guys think you got problems with division? Like, we're just polite about our division.
Right. Well, the thing is, I believe Quebec can legally could secede. I believe it's in the Constitution that if they get a sufficient enough vote, then they could actually leave if they wanted to, if they really wanted to.
Yeah, but it's stupid. I don't ever understand that. It's like a child saying that they want to like take their room and just make it a different household.
Yeah.
I don't understand how that can be.
Yeah.
Well, the key word there is child.
Yes, children, fucking idiots who don't get their way. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So, anyways, lots of fun. So you guys will eventually invade us. I don't believe for a second that. I think the states will fucking come up. They'll use a false flag and they'll fucking.
Well, what's interesting is that you guys will probably get a lot, and if we don't invade you militarily, we will definitely have climate refugees flocking over, going over the border, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just like California. This just tells you how crazy the states really are. Is that you have people from California fleeing into Texas, right, or climate refugees, for lack of a better phrase, going into Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, and at some point, those states are going to be like inhospitable too, or difficult to live in, and it's only a matter of time before people get into their stupid brains that Canada is a pretty cool place.
How does China do it? One country, two laws, or something?
One country, yeah, that's all bullshit too. Yeah, you can ask the Hong Kong people in Hong Kong.
I'm just saying that's how America will do it.
Oh yeah, right.
Canada.
Right. One continent, one country, couple of different systems, maybe, right?
Yeah, they'll.
That's it.
God.
Yeah.
I don't want to have anything to do with America. I don't want your stuff.
Yeah. When the girlfriend and I talk about countries to go to, it's like, well, I don't know. I don't want to be too close to the Russians. I don't want to be too close to us.
Just go up north. Fucking no one goes up there. Just fucking go up there. You'll be far enough away. Enough away.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So, how was everyone else today?
I had a good weekend, I have to tell you. I have no complaints. I was kind of productive. We talked over the weekend. We talked.
Yeah,
shop.
we had a great talk this weekend.
Yeah,
it was great. Yeah. You gave me a lot of good ideas, and I talked to the boys over at Faith Not Included last night. We had our Sunday meeting, and little spoiler alert: we're bringing the Church of Heretics to life soon. We're moving that forward because this weekly fucking show is just burning us out. We do too much. Well, if anyone has ever seen our show, we put a lot of fucking effort and work into it.
It's when you consider that a regular show, like you see on cable on one of the major networks, you have a team of writers and a team of people, making a show like that. Something similar to yours, Jimmy, when there's like setup bits and it has to not suck.
Yeah.
That's difficult to do.
Yeah, it is. It is. It takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
And I think we're making pretty funny stuff. But God, it's just like we got Trent and I and Wes will talk about ideas, but like a lot of times I'm the one that comes up with the ideas for the skits, and I'm writing it, and then Trent does all the producing, or Wes will do sometimes, and then we're trying to put this whole fucking show together. And it's brutal. We've done 20 episodes now. We've done more than like a fucking full season, like a normal show, and we've just been this little ragtag team.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I was talking to the girlfriend that you guys are up to about 20 shows, and it's hard. It's hard work. That's what it is. I mean, what helps me with my workflow, and I've talked about this before, is my shitty sleep schedule. And like I said, I was up at 4:30, 4:45 this morning. It's like, all right, time to do whatever I do. And let's get this show ready, do the shitty blog posts, do all the social media stuff, and here I am,
Jesus Christ. I know, you're a goddamn champ. Like I was just saying yesterday, like you're just a fucking champ,
obsessive compulsive,
man.
All that stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm all about.
Yeah, fucking champ, man. This guy's a champ.
That's
why he's Dr. Kennard and we're not.
John Hudson says Texas GDP, your economy is bigger than all of that of Canada. Well, if that's
possible,
I mean, I was actually looking at statistics the other day, and it turns out Canada's GDP is the same as Russia's. So Russia has 170 million people. You guys have what, 50 million or so, I think?
No, I think we're about 40-ish.
Okay, so
last time I checked, we were in like 30 something, but I think it's around 40 million.
So, all right, I was just trying to cloak the bat for you, but okay, we'll
Well, even 50 million is still not that much considering
Yeah.
the States is 330.
yeah, exactly.
So we do okay for our small
Australia
numbers.
is pushing 30.
Australia,
But
oh my God, you
Yeah.
could fit Australia in our butthole. Like Canada's huge, and you guys, I don't know how you guys do it. You must be all like fucking cramped it. See, 38.5. I was pretty
are
damn
you
close.
serious? Do you even know Australia?
Well, you're not. I don't think you're near as big as Canada.
Well,
I know
Canada's
you guys are a big
huge.
continent, but you're not like near as big as Canada.
Australia's big. I mean,
Is it?
Yeah,
Really?
It's
it's just
huge, and we're speckled around the very outside of
I know, because it's like a horror show in the middle, isn't it? Like you got guys all kinds of fucking monsters, and all kinds of creepy crawlies and shit. Yeah, I know. You guys are brave. This is why you guys are tough. God, you guys are tough
it's
because you
Mad Max as soon as you get away
but
from the coast.
you guys never fucking experienced the Canadian winter. Like, oh my God, we got fucking bullshit too. So that's what makes us tough. And you guys in the States, you have
Tasmania
fucking
comes
northern.
close because they're
northern.
basically in the Arctic Circle, Antarctic Circle. Sorry.
no right.
Where-
right. Tasmania is that part of Tasmania in the Antarctic Circle?
No, it's just it might as well be.
Okay.
Really?
How-
Oh my
how
God,
cold it
my mind's
gets down
blown right
there.
now. Fucking blown. Stop fucking teaching me. I can't
Have a
fucking
look
handle
at
this.
a map.
First
Yeah,
thing in the
Tasmania
morning.
is definitely one of what we were talking about a while back, 420, and it's like, yeah, I think Tasmania.
Oh, God.
Tasmania might be like, the place I would set up my cargo ship containers into the ground and live out my crazy life there. Only
See,
if
my problem is I play too much Risk,
oh yeah,
and they fuck up the continents too much. So that's where my space perception of the world is fucked up because of Risk. Have you seen how fucking big Africa really is?
oh, Africa's huge.
Oh God,
Africa-
Jesus Christ!
It's you really don't get the impression on the traditional maps, right?
Yeah,
How big Africa is, but you compare it with like countries, it's huge, and the Sahara is fucking huge too. The Sahara, and it's just going to get larger, of course.
yeah, but they can turn that back though. They have technology to be able to turn deserts into flourishing by using like
Terraforming.
they use science.
They use
science shit and they make it happen.
Asia, I saw a study done that was in Asia, and they're able to bring back places that were like really, pretty far gone, and now they're immaculate. They're beautiful.
Well,
um,
here you go, Reverend. I just looked it up for you.
Yes.
Canada is around the same size as Australia.
oh really?
No, fuck.
Australia's 8,000 square kilometers and Canada's.
No,
10,000.
stop it! You're blowing my mind. I can't handle this. It's too much. God damn it. Jeez. Well, Canada, I'm
And-
not saying much better. We got so much fucking land that no one goes to because it's just so unhospitable too. So
And it's saying here that we have 23 million
Oh.
and you have 12 million more.
yeah, we have 38.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing it's okay. Like I guess that's why we don't mind like fucking immigrants. Maybe that's why you have so many bigots in the States. You guys are just so fucking close together. It's like, God damn it, no more people. Come on, no more people. I kind of get that, but fuck. Get it. Just
Even
remember-
though like there are places that are growing astronomically, there is so much wilderness out here in Texas still. I mean,
Simply Dave.
I think there is plenty of space for everybody.
Well, there is. There's like an insane amount of space in this country, and the concept that there's only a limited amount of resources to go around for it's absurd. That's what it is. There's more than
it's just
enough space.
the
there's
rich
more
are
than
too
enough
greedy.
stuff. Yeah,
That's what it is. It's the fucking rich are too greedy. So, and even like you saw the interview I had with David C. Smalley, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
So, And then they were talking about Dave Chappelle and his whole fucking bigoted anti-fucking trans thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I still contend to it. He was punching down because, in my opinion, now I know I'm a white guy and it's irrelevant, but to me, always the original fucking battle is between class. Because, like it or not, David could say whatever the fuck he wants. Yes, black people are having a fucking terrible go. I am not taking anything away from what Dave Chappelle said about his frustrations about black people and the that's not taken away from this. But he didn't have to be a fucking bigot. He didn't have to be a bully about it. Yeah. And what he doesn't fucking get is that David C. Smalley will probably get shot by a cop way before fucking Dave Chappelle will. Well, you have fucking money, that's power. And that trumps everything.
I will say this here, because it's different, right? In other countries that, the states here, and I'm not saying anything new, is that our principal secular sin is racism.
Yeah.
And it's something that we're, even now when you're talking about teaching history in classrooms, a lot of white conservative evangelicals are screaming that it's critical race theory and it's all about white on the side, and it's just history.
Yeah.
That being said, I once thought that, and it's different. Like for an example, in other countries, class might be more of a salient effect on everyday people's lives. But I think here in the States, it's race is still something that's worse than in day-to-day life. I think.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay, let me just a thought experiment. Okay, yeah. Do you disagree with me that, say, two different situations?
Mm-hmm.
You got Dave Chappelle driving a car, and you got Joe. Say you, okay?
Yeah.
You're driving a car, and you got pulled over by a cops. Say 100 times. This happens 100 times, and say 5 times of those times you're going to get shot. Do you think Dave Chappelle's going to get shot more than you?
I'm down to the States for a while, brother. And
I know. I'm not. That's why I'm asking you.
And I tell you, man, I had this joke that I was telling. It's like for a while, it's like, you throw a pair of khakis on me, and I'm like the fucking king of America, basically. It is
really,
there is a certain amount of immunity that I get for the white hair, for the gray hair. And never having seen the sun, basically having that kind of complexion. I think so.
You think you have more privilege than Dave Chappelle, than a rich black person?
All things being equal, if Dave, using your example, right?
I'm trying to use a
if Dave and I, all right. So all things being equal, if Dave and I are in the identical cars, right?
Yeah.
And we both get stopped by cops, I am by far not afraid. I mean, I'm still afraid, don't get me wrong, of the cops. Because maybe they've seen my shitty show. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, I at no point have I ever felt that my life is in danger by the police. And I've had interactions with the police, right? I've mouthed off to cops when I was a kid, when I was like 16. I was defiant, let's say. And I don't know if I would have gotten out of those kind of situations if I didn't. I'm not.
Yeah. No. I'm completely agreeing with you.
Can I comment on that?
Sure.
Yeah.
I think the simple fact that we have to compare Andy with a celebrity just to get them talking
because
hang on. Just to get them onto even ground for the analogy proves the racism is.
I'm not arguing against the racism. I'm like right there. I'm not like I've known it since I was a fucking kid. Like and this is, I say to my son, he's like, oh, it's not that bad. I'm like, listen, go talk to any black person in America and they will tell you across the fucking board they have bad experiences. This is a real fucking problem. This is what I'm saying. Everything that Dave Chappelle said and every black person that has been talking about and screaming, I'm like right there with them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I understand. Yeah.
I'm saying though, money, I feel, always trumps everything. That's the original fucking division. That's and I'm trying to just use this example that Dave Chappelle, because he's rich and famous, he has more privilege than you because you're white. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying rich and famous always fucking trumps everything. And him making fun of trans people is punching down no matter what he thinks.
And I agree with the punching down part.
Yeah.
On Dave's on Dave.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that racism doesn't exist. I'm not saying that it's not a serious issue. It absolutely is.
I guess with at least I'm sorry, what's that, Sam?
I just said I completely agree.
I think that it strikes me that with me and Dave, right, if there might be some cops who don't recognize Dave Chappelle as being Dave Chappelle. There might be some, but everyone recognizes me. They may not know my name, but it's like, and that's a horrible joke, right? And I should probably save that for the stage. But it's the Louis. It's like the old Louis C.K. bit that it's always good for a white person to travel back in time, more or less. So that's just, I mean, but I think intelligent people can disagree, and especially, not being in the States.
Well, I'm terrified of going to the States and getting pulled over by a cop. I'm terrified. That's another reason why I just like, God, if I step foot in the States again, it's just going to be because of work. There's no way I would do it for pleasure because it's just too traumatizing. I don't know how you guys get up in the morning and fucking leave the house.
Well, yeah. Well,
I don't.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Jeez. Hey, is that a Zodiac notebook right beside you, Tobin? What is that?
Oh, this is Mere Morality by Dan Barker.
Oh, neat. Dan's a good fucking speaker, man. He's really good.
Yeah.
I just want to say something more about race and class because it is a complex issue. I was listening to a socialist podcast, and one of the guests was on. It was black, and they were talking, and a historian, and they were talking about how the black communists in the South, which there were a few during the 20s and 30s, were fighting against segregation, while there were some black owners within the black community who were very lukewarm, tepid about ending segregation because that would mean that their customer base may leave them for other for white companies. And so there is this toxic effect that exacerbates racism. And my God, that's so fucking obvious, but it's important just to point out that there's this, if you can make a situation worse, class a situation worse, it's with race. If you want to make the racist situation worse, you add class to it. It's just,
No.
Yeah, I see them like going hand in hand, like the disparity gap and racism are like, part of the same sandwich.
Yeah. And cops call me sir and tell me to have a good day. Yeah, John, and you're a fucking asshole, brother. I mean,
no way. Oh, I know. God, it's just like I'm guys. I don't want like the point I was trying to make about class. I'm not trying to take away from the horrible racism. It needs to be like it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And I like I said, I still hold true. Like we need to like if we want to make an opinion about a marginalized group, go and fucking talk to people in that group.
Yeah.
Go get their experiences. Go find out what they're facing. Get fucking educated. Yeah. And I think we need to listen more than we need to speak when it comes to this kind of shit.
The what I also, had as an issue, and just bouncing back onto Dave Chappelle, because obviously I've been talking about Dave Chappelle quite a bit on other people's shows and on the blog too.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons why Chappelle ended his show is because a lot of white people mistook what he was saying about the black community, right? When he was making his satire, he was thinking, wow, some of the audience isn't laughing for the right reason. They aren't laughing for the right reasons, right? They're getting the wrong message. And I just wish he had cared as much about the trans community as he did about his own community when he makes those comments, right? Because I don't think if he had the same kind of judgment that he showed when he ended the show, he would be making the same kind of jokes that he does today.
Trans people are a part of his community too. I mean,
yeah. Well, from what I understand, it's a lot harder for black people to come out to their community as trans and gay as to say like a white person, because it's the same with like it's like they're so religious too, right? And it's also very hard for people of color.
And there's
to come
this
out
like gangster mentality. I mean, at least down here, and how it was for me growing up, there's like this gangster mentality, and you got to be tough and hard. You know,
ultra toxic masculinity. I think that's across the board though. Like I think like manhood has been like this toxic masculinity idea has been put up on a pedestal for fucking long.
For Black Americans, traditionally, they have not had any societal institutions outside of the Black church to rely on.
Yeah.
They can't depend on the police, so they have to take care of their own business, basically, which means basically which just basically when you can't depend on the police, that means you only have yourself, and that creates problems, right? And so, it's no wonder that the Black church is so powerful. It's because of the fact that they've had nowhere else to go to, historically speaking, or very few places to go to.
Yeah. Well,
and they're a hell of a lot more fun than white people churches.
White people,
they all suck. I'm sorry. They're just more enthusiastic
on a scale of suckiness.
They all suck. It's like, do you like a shit sandwich or do you want a fucking throw up sandwich? They're both gross.
No, thank you. I say.
No, thank you. Oh, bad. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I'm so glad that toxic masculinity is being fucking called out, and it's we're changing.
Well, that's. I mean, when you think about how much the culture has changed in our lifetimes, you can understand why there's a lot of people who are angry about it. A lot of conservatives and a lot of bro dudes that think that, hey, you're declaring war on masculinity or on America, on hey, what's up, John Hudson? Well, I think your internet might be. Hey, okay, you're frozen. You're smoking in your fridge.
There he is. Yay, Johnny.
What's up, Mr. Hudson?
Am I still frozen?
Your chat. Yeah.
Am I still frozen?
You're laggy.
You're laggy. That's right.
You're laggy.
John,
okay.
with the compound that you have out there, I would think you'd have some kind of super internet setup.
Have your own satellite.
Yeah, you'd have your own satellite. That's right.
He's on that Texas power grid, so that's the problem, right? So spotty.
No, we're solar.
You're completely self-sufficient. You're ready for the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know about that. I didn't know you had the solar thing going on too. That's cool.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah, didn't you know, Toby?
We're off the grid
when the apocalypse comes.
Right.
There's enough room.
Yeah, but you live in Texas.
No, I live in Austin.
The apocalypse.
You live in Austin.
It's still Texas, Johnny. I'm sorry. It's still Texas. Texas
is an island that just happens to be in the middle of Texas.
Yeah.
Well, it really is different. It really is.
Yeah. When the apocalypse comes, those boundaries lose meaning. So.
Yeah.
That's why you got to have.
Yeah, but my flamethrowers will always have meaning.
I've given it a lot of thought about how to survive the zombie apocalypse, and I think a good zombie ditch with proper, a good ditch, a good trench would probably solve a lot of your zombie problems.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to appease to the zombie king, and hopefully he takes mercy on me, and I can be his stooge, and I will feed him fresh humans, and he will keep me alive, and I will look only out for myself. And if I get bit, I'm not telling anyone.
I like I like your Squid Game late stage capitalism answer to the potential zombie apocalypse.
That's right. Yep, that's fucking smart. Smart guys. You guys are all gonna get bit, and I'm gonna be best friends with the zombie king. So.
Yeah, I noticed that with the Squid Games, that there was like a similarity to the.
Oh God, jeez. Can I just say something, please?
What's up?
It's Squid Games is like all over fucking face. I am fucking people. This is just my opinion. Okay, everyone's allowed. Okay, all right. But I'm fucking mortified. This thing is fucking popular. I'm like mortified that people are fucking finding it entertaining to watch poor people get exploited. Like
Well,
that's the way I look at it.
It is definitely it's a commentary on capitalism, right?
But at what point are you not participating and doing the same thing, though?
It's not a celebration of capitalism. It is a commentary on capitalism.
But what's the difference?
The Purge movies were just as popular.
I know, and that disturbs me too, because that was like
But we haven't exactly ended up doing them, so
yeah.
I know, but it's watching it's the same with like 80s slasher films. I can't fucking stand them because they always use women as their fucking as a prop to fucking for murder and just and a point of watching murder, like whether it's real or not, like what about the psychological effect? I know humans have always lusted after blood and violence, and this isn't new, right? But like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I hate the fucking rich.
But there's studies that I think that show
that or anything that involves rape. Can't watch it.
Me neither. I can't even stand jokes about rape. That's why I turned off the Dave Chappelle show special.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Tobin?
I was gonna say a couple of things. Damn it. Which one do I go to?
Slasher flicks.
Slasher flicks. Yeah, I also don't get into those as well. Like I can't stomach it. You know, after a while, it just becomes, I don't know, boring, or I'm just not interested in it. But there's also like the violence, like seeing and watching violence and playing violent video games and stuff like that. I've read research stuff that shows that, you know, that clicks on a switch for our sympathy. You're doing things and watching things that you know you wouldn't do in normal life, and that can have a reaction to where you're more sympathetic in real life.
You know, I haven't seen. And this is just me. When I hear stuff about video games or about music lyrics or about Dungeons and Dragons, I always start smelling a whiff of moral panic. And maybe there is some good research about about video game violence or watching slasher movies. I just haven't seen it. Seen it.
That's just why I might be off base. I'm just like, to me though, it just doesn't sit well, and just the concept of it. It just, I don't know. I'm tired of people not calling out the rich enough.
No.
And I'm tired of us. I've never liked like this fucking mentality of like worshiping them and thinking like them flaunting their wealth is some kind of like, to me, that's like a fucking sickness.
There is a difference between Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the reality show, which basically idolizes and glamorizes the ultra wealthy, so that's one thing that actually does idolize that kind of mentality and that kind of lifestyle. And then you have Squid Game, where you're like, oh, there is a moral desert with the rich. There is with some people who are super affluent. There is this kind of moral depravity with the kind of capitalism that we have here. So those I think that when you think about it like that, you can see the stark contrast between Keeping Up with the Kardashians and Squid Game, for example. Now, Squid Game is gruesome, and that's more an aesthetic. That's an artistic issue right there. They just chose to do that. Yeah.
But it's a great example of showing that moral dilemma that happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, this Squid Games is like Death Race.
It's similar.
Squid Games is like Death Race 2000 without cars.
Basically, yes.
They use from what I understand, they do like children's games, and then if you lose, you get killed.
What is really interesting, I was watching it
like tug of war and
tug of war. Yeah.
So when they did the tug of war, did like everyone on one side get fucking slaughtered?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh God. Jesus Christ.
I mean,
I could describe it in detail. But
No, God, no. Jesus Christ.
So I'm guessing you've never watched the Saw movies either.
Oh, I have.
actually.
This is where
I
I'm a
watched the
paradox.
first one.
I loved the Saw movies. I hated the gruesome. I'd always cover my eyes during but I liked the concept of, and I found it very smart because they piggybacked off each other. And you got to like the fifth, sixth movie, and then they drew from like the first, second. To me, I thought it was brilliant. And I liked kind of the concept. I thought it was an interesting concept he was using, like putting these people in these dire situations to snap them psychologically out of their funk. I get that. I understood that. But then you take a movie like Hostel. I couldn't. I was crying watching Hostel.
Half soft porn. The first half of Hostel is just soft porn, and just.
But that's part of the problem, right? You're mixing fucking sex and violence, and
I mean, for me personally, I never liked Hostel. Because
it was so disturbing.
Because
I could see that shit happening.
I couldn't finish it.
Yeah.
Because I could see it happening. That's the problem. When I could see this shit happening realistically. That's what I mean about Squid Games. I can see this actually happening right now.
Well, yeah,
I can see this happening in an underground thing, and people's like putting their lives on the line. Look at Russian roulette. People play fucking Russian roulette. It's the same thing.
There is this Jonathan Swift wrote this. Jonathan Swift wrote Gulliver's Travels, and he wrote a humble. Oh, what's the fucking name of that? Someone smarter than me remember this. A humble proposal, something like that, and it was a short treatise on turning Irish children into food products. And because this was during, this is around the Irish famine, it was about the English colonization of Ireland, and he wanted to highlight that. But look how horrible, it isn't, I'm going to bring out this horrible essay just to show how horrible what we are doing in Ireland as English subjects. And so I think Squid Game, in terms of satire, I think there's a push to make things appear horrible because they are horrible, but to snap people out of their sleep, to wake people up, so to speak. I think that's what a lot of people.
I can see that point. Yeah. I can understand that. But will people actually connect the two, though? That's the problem.
Modest proposal. That's what it is, I believe.
A modest proposal.
That's the Jonathan Swift book. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, man. As artists, right? Those of us who do art, there's always a chance that there's going to be some fucking numbnuts out there who don't get the joke or the rhyme or the lyrics or
yeah. You're just saying that about Dave Chappelle. Like he was saying that some of these people aren't getting the joke; they're laughing for the wrong reason.
But he's identifying himself with a hate group.
Turks that's
the problem.
Oh yeah,
and when you if you like to me, it's like when you're doing good satire, you should be punching up, not punching down.
Yep. Yeah,
and that's the problem, Dave. And like when Dave was making jokes about the black community, he was making a point. But he's in that marginalized group. He's allowed to do that. Just like with me, I can make all the fucking dead mom jokes I want. It's great. I can go and fucking talk about how, dead mom this, dead mom that. That's okay. But if you still got a mom, you're not allowed to fucking say it. You're not allowed to do it either. So I'm in a marginalized group of 45-year-old orphans. So
okay, very, very narrow base for those.
Yes. I am allowed to make those 45-year-old orphan jokes. That's my class there. So
being an orphan at any age sucks.
Yeah. Whatever. You gotta laugh at it though, because what else are you gonna do? Cry about it?
Yeah.
That's my solution.
It sucks. It sucks. I lost my parents early, and just being an orphan at any age sucks.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law had her father's funeral this past week, and she just became an orphan now.
Oof. Not fun, man. Jesus Christ. Life sucks, eh?
Yeah, I went to the visitation and comforted her as much as I could. So.
Boy, this got real dark. Thanks a lot, Jimmy, you fucking idiot. Jesus Christ, Reverend. Can you not just talk about fart jokes. And...
This is what happens when comedians don't talk about comedy, don't do comedy. It's like,
I know you start peering into their dark
let me
minds.
tell you about this horrible thing that people.
Let me share about my childhood trauma, but not in a funny way. Make you all
to my
fucking
girlfriend. It's like,
uncomfortable.
oh, Andy must be a lot of fun to be around, right? All the time. It's like, no. She stopped. I think I mentioned this the other day about how she stopped following me. Oh, she still follows me on Twitter, but
Your girl?
Yeah, my girlfriend. But she will. But I'm not on notifications because she's sick and tired about me recycling the same joke over and over again.
That's the problem, is comedians. You get a couple things in your wheelhouse and you kind of pull them out. And see, I don't want. I got a lot of jokes I kind of like stick to, so I try to keep it fresh. Like my son was bugging me the other day. He could tell a joke I was setting up from a mile away.
That's
and it was about toast.
Sure.
And he's like, Dad, you got to keep it fresh. But I had never made a toast joke before, so I was like, come on, give me a break. I've never talked about toast before. I've never been able to make a joke about toast. And toast is surprisingly more funny than it's given credit for. I want to put that out.
Yeah,
so.
well, sure. Well, Jerry Seinfeld, when he writes jokes, he has yellow legal pads, and he'll just write everything he can think of. Let's say about cereal. There's a great video on YouTube about Seinfeld's method, and he would just fill up pages worth of cereal about about describing cereal, his thoughts about cereal, how it makes him feel, and then he would just start,
weaning it out.
Yeah, weaning it out and seeing what works and what doesn't work in terms of humor.
Huh. That's a good idea. I kind of do that too. Like I'll get something that kind of seems funny, and then I'll just start like fucking writing as much as I can, and then weaning it down, right, till you get the good nugs. Yeah. So
all right. So I'm going to tell the joke anyway.
Okay.
Right? Because I can't fucking hold it in. So we were out at Tasty Burger. My kid was my kid wanted to grab something to eat, so we stopped off at this Tasty Burger right down the street from Fenway Park. You could literally see the outside of Pet Fenway from this Tasty Burger on Boylston Street, and it's outdoor seating. We're at a picnic table, and this bus stops off, and all these elderly people without masks, of course, pile up and we're right there. They pile up to get in line at the order window, and I didn't say this around my kid, though I would, because I'm crazy and I don't care. My kid's 16; she can hear the crazy jokes I tell. And so I go with my girlfriend. It's like, I don't know which one are Baptists and which one have Alzheimer's.
That's good. That's good. I see what you did there. That's good. Fucking religious and the fucking senile. They're all the same, aren't they?
Yeah.
God, that's a good bit.
That is a good bit.
The religious and the senile, and like maybe comparing the similarities between the two.
So I before the first show started, I'm literally like working down the meme, trying to do the meme. And I'm like, oh, I got 20 seconds left. I guess I don't have time for this right now.
Funny Andy. He's a goddamn champ, John Hudson, because he fucking puts out shit. He puts out more than a fucking hooker. And we love him just the same.
And not one
he's
of
a fucking national treasure.
Not one of those high class call girls either. They get like a lot of money and one client a night. No. I'm definitely
No, but you try. You're like one of those hookers you got a good deal on. You spent maybe $30 and she's giving you $50 worth of blowjobs.
Well, that's what if that's my brand, Jimmy Lou. That's my my brand is, I want to, I want to hit over my weight, basically. That's what I want to do.
And that's the best way to be. Yeah. Really. So no one's going to remember a $50 blowjob, but it was like a $30 blowjob. But they will remember that $30 blowjob that was like a $50 blowjob. And that's Mr. Kennard.
That's what I try. What's up? God. The good
one. I like that name. God, the good one.
Yeah.
As opposed to God, the bad one.
Indeed.
I like that one.
So Dr. Kennard is a $50 blowjob that costs $30.
That's right. Right. That's right.
It's all about the savings. All about the savings.
It's all about the savings and the quality. Quality. He doesn't get spit too much all over the place, and he cleans you up nicely. He has a nice warm cloth afterwards to clean you up. He's classy. all class.
There's multi levels. There's multi.
Yeah. And me, I'm just like that sloppy blowjob. Spit going everywhere. Your mom comes in, you still don't care, and you're still going.
I never thought that a transformer could be used as some kind of accessory during a blowjob, but Jimmy Lou, you proved me wrong. I'm just.
Yeah, well, I got this one. If my tits don't keep you hard, my transformers will. That's all I wanted to say.
Well,
Does everyone like my collection? By the way, it's nice, isn't it?
All I'm saying is,
What? I didn't get anything, Johnny.
I didn't get any of that either, brother.
You're muted now.
Oh, you're muted.
He's muted. He's
Stopping and muting.
Or Johnny, don't leave. You don't have to turn off your video camera. We can't hear you.
I'll just go into the chat. I've got another ticket for the cheap seats. So
Aw. We love Johnny. Johnny's got he's just such an encouragement. He's just such a joy to have around, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's like one of the best voices in my group too. He's so awesome.
He's one of the best voices in my head. I'll tell you that.
Nice. I need to have a John Hudson voice in the back of my head too. I gotta download that. That's good. What was I watching the other day? I was watching a movie and it referenced Herman's Head. Remember that old
Herman's Head? Yeah.
What a fucking great show that was.
Yep.
That rings a bell.
Herman's Head. Oh God, it was a great show. Fuck, it was. It had Lisa Simpson's voice. She was in it. So this is before the Simpsons took off. Pretty sure.
Right.
A bunch of people that lived inside a dude's head.
Yeah. It was like
aspects of his personality.
That's right. It was like that fucking Inside Out cartoon. That Inside Out.
Right. That movie. Right. Inside Out. Yeah.
But this was long before that shit. So.
Yeah. Cryptomaria. I feel what you're saying, Cryptomaria, in the chat about sometimes the best gift that you can give someone is to leave them alone. Right. So I just wanted to put that in as a side. Is that there are people I've stopped contacting with because, it's best for both of us.
Yeah, some people are fucking toxic.
Yeah, some people are toxic, and not being near them is good.
Mm-hmm.
It brings out the better angels of our nature. Because there are some people I just can't be around, because it drives me. It makes me into the not the best angel of my nature comes out.
Yeah. Well, I got to get going, guys. I got a bunch of fucking shit to do today. But it's good seeing everyone. Tobin, we'll talk later today. Okay, throw me a message when you're free, okay?
Right on.
Okay, thanks, Andy.
Yeah,
we'll talk to you guys.
Later, Jimmy.
Fun guy. Always like talking to Jimmy.
Heck yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
good. He's out of here.
Now we can talk about him.
No, I owe him money.
Oh, you owe him money. You're gonna grab one of those hockey cans.
I fuck up my internet intentionally.
Oh, you fuck.
I was going to say, yeah, you weren't roboting. You would just go, that. Well, yeah.
You guys have fun weekends?
Yeah, I did.
I was almost killed this weekend.
You were almost killed on your bike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A person ran a red light in front of me.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, fuck.
So,
Hey, I'm being called for breakfast.
Take care, man.
Later, John.
Bye.
yeah, that was an emergency brake test for me.
So I know when I'm in my car and I'm driving around, I try to you act as a prophet in some way, right? As a mind reader, you're trying to figure out what the other person's going to do based on their driving. But no, Dragons in Genesis. Holy fuck. What's up, dude? Didn't even see that you were
Busy.
Hey, Jason.
Jason.
How's it going?
Doing good. How about you, man?
Good. Just waiting on my next work assignment. So I'm kind of sitting here being bored.
Wow. So, dude, are you getting like way too much work because of the shortage right now? Because the only thing I hear is like there's no truck drivers.
Yeah. So the entire freight industry is really weird right now. So with like the van side of things, like all the dry freight, loads are really odd. Some places will have a lot of freight, and other places will have almost nothing. And so you'll have all the drivers trying to get to one area to get good loads, but then if those loads go to an area that has almost no freight, then people don't want to take them because then
Yeah.
they could get stuck there for a couple of days and not make any money. But
Oh, that
with the
sucks.
tanker division, which is what I do, it's crazy. We are slammed.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm running nonstop. I don't really do anything other than drive right now. So
Wow.
which is good, you know. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it's they're keeping me busy.
Wow. Wow, dude. So back to what Dr. Tom was saying. So you narrowly escaped death. Congratulations
Yeah.
on not being dead.
Yep. Good to be alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going into the intersection, and there's right next to a car driving next to me. They slammed on their brakes, put on their horn, and they were in between me and the car that was about to run the red light, so I didn't see the car at first. I just saw them slamming on their brakes and putting on their horns, so I was like, I'm braking too.
Yes.
Not entirely sure what's happening, but I'm braking.
Yeah. Yeah. I do that. I may not know exactly what's going on, but as soon as I perceive that something sketchy or shady is going on around me, I will just slow down.
Wow, I'm kind of different. I may have hit the gas pedal and gone faster. I don't know. Sometimes hesitation can also be just as detrimental.
Yeah. No, you're right about that. It's difficult to do it in the pocket to figure
But
out exactly what to do.
It all depends on how it's set up. You know what your surroundings are like.
If I tried to go faster, it would just put me right into the middle
Yeah.
of that car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Jason, what do you got? What was that latest podcast episode that you dropped about? Was it foreskins? Was it something about foreskins? Is this just something I'm imagining? Now I feel like I have to look at my podcast feed.
Now I don't remember. Because
don't
all the
remember?
ones on YouTube, I basically take back episodes of the
Right.
podcast and I just throw a graphic on there and I toss them up on the channel. And so I don't remember which ones I had recently uploaded to YouTube.
Right.
I know the last one I uploaded for like the audio podcast, you know, on all the little podcatchers, that had to do with the second book of Kings.
Yes.
But I
Yeah. I
don't
was
recall
listening to
what
that.
all went up on YouTube.
Yeah, that's right. So they were
that
different.
covers like the end of yeah. Yeah, the ones on YouTube are typically a couple months behind the stuff. That may have had something to do with the writings of Paul, because there's a whole bunch of arguments in there about foreskin. Because Paul and the Jerusalem church, they were always arguing about what Christianity was supposed to be like, and their arguments all centered around kosher food laws and circumcision.
Sure.
So
well, you know, if
they were always arguing about food and foreskin.
Always. Well, you know, you're going to argue about important issues like abortion and foreskins. You know, I mean, that's what really Christianity is all about.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, so yeah.
And it's weird too because they get
episode...
used for weird things.
We'll go with dragons first.
Yeah.
What did you say, Tobin? I'm sorry.
The uses that foreskins get used to are like gross.
Yeah. I'm happy not knowing all the uses. I'm happy.
There's a scene in I think First Samuel, First Samuel, where King David, he wants to buy a wife, and this is when like Saul is still king, and Saul is
Yeah.
like, I tell you what, if you bring me the foreskins of 100 of my enemies, then I'll sell my daughter to you.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
David, being an overachiever, he brings back 200 foreskins. You know,
Yeah,
which
that's
that's just
yeah, that's the
amazing.
most recent video you put on YouTube.
Oh, that's the
Covered
most
that.
recent one. Okay.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
one. Oh, okay. Wow, it's that
Yeah.
far behind. Man,
Yeah,
I
it's
got to get
the
busy.
witches and foreskins video about the witch of Endor and
Okay, yeah, 'cause it had that
David
Witch of
coming
Endor and
into.
200 foreskins. Like
Philistines.
that's and he chopped these off
yeah,
himself. Like he goes and he chops these up
yeah,
himself.
yeah. He kills a whole bunch of Philistines, which were Saul's enemies. He goes and he kills a bunch of Philistines, and then he goes and he cuts off little penis tips and he brings them back, and then they count them. He dumps them out, and then they count them to see if there are 200 of them. Um, you know, which and that's why my girlfriend and I aren't married, is because I all the men in America are circumcised. I only got to like 20, and her dad's
Yeah.
real disappointed. So yeah, so we just been living together for like the past dozen years. So
You know, you just
I'm
can't
still looking.
afford the dowry. That's what it is. The foreskin dowry.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go to Europe or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So
Tough time. Well, tell you what, I'm gonna have to close out the show, unfortunately, because I got to go to work. But Dragons, great seeing you here, Tobin. Always a pleasure, sir.
yeah.
And Mr. Tomfoolery and 420 out there doing edibles. Shamala Hamala. The
Shamala hamala.
language of angels, right there, everyone. All
Shamala
right.
Hamala, boys
Take care,
and
everyone.
ladies,
Yeah.
See you
and
tomorrow.
everyone in between.
Yeah, and I hit the click on.